You missed a spot. Clean it better, you peasant. I'm going to teach you how to treat my property, Helena snarled, striking her new maid, completely oblivious to who she was and how this single act would change everything for her. The story began at Highgate Manor, a sprawling estate perched above the misty cliffs of Cornwall. The mansion glittered with opulence, yet whispered secrets clung to it like the morning fog. No servant ever lasted more than a month under the cruel rule of the young heiress, Helena Thorne. She was infamous not just for her staggering wealth, but for her heartless cruelty. Former maids were spoken of like cautionary tales. Alara, the first, had fled barefoot into the cold night, her knees raw from scrubbing the countless floors Helena deemed filthy. The second, denied food for days, escaped in a downpour with nothing but her tears. The third, a defiant woman with fire in her eyes, had been dragged away by guards after daring to stand up to her. Helena reveled in their suffering. She'd bragged to her chauffeur, "These girls think they're people, but they're not. They're just tools for me to break." Agencies hesitated to send replacements, but Helena's money always silenced their doubts. That's how Anya arrived. Her hair was pulled back neatly, and she wore a simple, humble dress. Her voice was soft as she introduced herself. Helena appraised her from head to toe. "From now on, you'll call me Madam and my husband, sir." "Understood. Yes, Madam," Anya replied calmly. Helena wasted no time. "Scrub every tile in that kitchen on your knees. No gloves. I want her hands raw." Anya knelt silently. Helena's smile tightened. "Do you know why I like servants like you? Because you remind me how far above you I stand." Anya met her gaze, a flicker of something unreadable in her eyes. "If that is what you wish, madam, but with me, you won't need to look for another." Helena laughed bitterly. "They all say that, and they all run." But Anya hadn't come to simply clean. She had a hidden, dangerous purpose. The cruelty started immediately. That first night, Helena hurled a crystal goblet to the floor, then accused Anya. "Clean it with your bare hands, peasant. You don't eat tonight." Anya obeyed without a word, though a cold rage simmered beneath her calm exterior. The next morning, Helena shattered a porcelain dish, claiming Anya was clumsy. A shard cut her hand, and blood spattered the pristine floor. "Even your blood soils my home," Helena sneered. Anya bore it all with a mask of perfect composure. But in her small, narrow room, she allowed herself to weep. Hunger and exhaustion clawed at her, but she whispered to herself, "You have a mission. Endure." One evening, Helena hosted a party for her high society friends. Anya was ordered to kneel while serving champagne, her humiliation a spectacle for their amusement. "See, ladies," Helena said with pride, "even my maid knows how to kneel." The women's cruel giggles echoed in Anya's chest like the clanking of chains. Afterward, Anya gathered her courage. "Madam, I do not complain about my duties, but please do not treat me as your slave." The answer was a vicious slap. Helena's eyes blazed. "Here, you don't ask for anything. You belong to me. If I want you to eat scraps from the floor, you will. If I want you to sleep in the mud, you will. You have no voice in this house." Anya's lips pressed into a thin line. She couldn't reveal her true purpose. Not yet. The torment worsened. Helena forced her to polish shoes before guests, laughed when friends joked about renting her out, and struck her for the slightest mistake. Bruises blossomed across Anya's body, each one a hidden testament to her survival. But in secret, Anya was gathering proof. On her concealed phone, she stored photos of welts, recordings of insults, and fragments of notes. Each night, she added more. Each night, the collection grew heavier with undeniable evidence. Finally, one midnight, when the estate was asleep, Anya slipped out to the rose garden and dialed a hidden number. A deep voice answered. "Report. I have everything," she whispered. "Photos, recordings. She beats me daily. She stars me. She humiliates me. This is hell, but I'm staying for those who came before me. They deserve justice." The voice was full of sorrow. "I'm sorry, Anya, but you know this is necessary. Can you endure a little longer?" "I'll try," she said, but I don't know how much more I can take. You are our only hope." Her husband remains blind. He thinks she's just temperamental. He doesn't know the depth of her cruelty. We need him to see, but only undeniable proof will work. Anya closed her eyes, clutching the phone. Her voice trembled, but her will hardened. "Then I'll keep going, even if it destroys me. Someone has to stop her." High above, behind the silk curtains of the master's suite, a shadow stirred. Someone had been listening. And in that instant, Anya realized the truth. Anya's eyes filled with tears. "I'll do it even if it breaks me." She hung up and returned to her narrow bed. Outside, the Highgate estate was silent, but inside, Anya felt herself cracking. Yet, each new wound brought her closer to her goal. The days grew sharper, crueler. Helena's slaps landed harder. Her punishments became harsher. Some nights, she locked Anya in the service room without food. Other times, she forced her to scrub until her hands bled. Anya bore it all, converting pain into proof. Her hidden phone grew heavier with evidence. Photographs of bruises, sound bites of cruelty, and short videos of her public humiliations. It was enough to bury Helena in any court. One morning, while polishing the marble floor, Anya whispered, almost too softly to hear, "Madam, I want to quit." Helena froze. Then her lips curled into a venomous smile. "Quit? Oh, my dear, you don't get to quit. You'll stay until I release you. You are mine. My property." Anya lowered her eyes, concealing the fire that blazed within them. Helena didn't know she was no ordinary maid. She had training, a mission, and now, evidence powerful enough to shatter Helena's empire. That night, Anya pretended to sleep, waiting until the entire household fell silent. At midnight, she slipped on hidden sneakers and retrieved her phone. The back door was bolted, but she was ready. From her suitcase, she pulled a thin tool, twisted gently, and click. For the first time in weeks, the night air embraced her like freedom. She ran through the garden and down the long drive until she reached a quiet meeting point where 2 federal agents waited. The moment she stepped inside their car, her body gave out. They caught her as sobs shook through her. "I lived in hell," she gasped. "Every word, every blow. She is a monster." The agent said nothing, just watched as she placed her phone on the table. The secret folder opened. Images of bruises, sound bites of cruelty, videos of public humiliation, all damning. "It's all here," Anya whispered. "She can't escape." One officer nodded gravely. "You've done extraordinary work. Rest now. Tomorrow we act." For the first time since she'd set foot in that mansion, Anya slept without fear. Meanwhile, back at the estate, Helena discovered the empty bed. The suitcase was gone. She sneered, sipping her brandy. Another rat fled. "I'll call the agency tomorrow. They'll send me another girl. A weaker one, perhaps." But this time, things would not be the same. 3 days later, armed with Anya's evidence and the testimonies of the other former maids, investigators were ready. Yet, Anya asked for one last thing. "Let me be the one who knocks. She must see me." The morning of the operation was quiet, the sea breeze drifting through the gnarled oaks of Cornwall. Helena, wrapped in silk, her coffee steaming, opened the door with irritation, then froze. Anya stood before her, calm, composed, and unbroken. "Don't you recognize me, madam?" Helena staggered back. "You dare return?" Anya took a step forward. "I didn't run away. I came to finish what I started." Behind her, agents revealed their badges. Helena's mask of control cracked. Before she could slam the door, officers pushed inside. News exploded within hours. Cornwall heiress arrested for heinous abuse of servants. The media feasted on the evidence. Videos of Helena calling Anya her slave. Recordings of her threats. Photographs of the injuries. The mask of Cornwall elegance dissolved, revealing her true cruelty to the world. Court was brutal. Each recording played like a whip. "You are mine. Your blood dirties my home." The jury recoiled. The former maids testified, trembling but fierce, finally free to speak. Liam Thorne, Helena's wealthy husband, sat in silent shock. For years, he had ignored the whispers, dismissing every resignation and every lawsuit as an exaggeration. But now, confronted with the proof, his face collapsed in shame. When he finally rose, his words were cold. Helena, I will not defend you. You've disgraced me, this city, and humanity itself. You are alone. For the first time, Helena's arrogance shattered. Handcuffed, stripped of her silks, she faced her sentencing. Years in prison for abuse, assault, and hate crimes. Anya watched quietly as guards led her away in a plain gray prison uniform. No words were necessary. Justice had spoken. The Highgate estate shut its gates for good. Liam compensated the victims, finally acknowledging the truth. The former maids walked free of shame, their voices no longer silenced. And Anya, scarred but undefeated, returned to her life, carrying the memory of suffering, but also the triumph of knowing no other woman would endure Helena's cruelty again. Helena Thorne, once drunk on power, ended her days in a cell, trapped not only by steel bars but by the poison of her own hatred. Anya's mission was complete.